Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Pisces. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is another reading for the week of April 17th through the 23rd, 2023. But do understand that energy is timeless, and so anytime that you're seeing this, if the message resonates, if the title of the message resonates, then it's meant for you. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you have strong Pisces placements anywhere throughout your chart and any parts of this resonates, then obviously messages are there for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit, but do understand that energies can be crisscross, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them, so it's all about balance. So, getting into this week, we have a lot going on. There's tons of crazy energy that's going to be happening. This week we've got 420, so happy 420. It's Cannabis Christmas to those of us within the industry. I am a plant medicine advocate, but it's also the new moon, a solar eclipse, the sun and moon both in Taurus, and then also Mercury retrograde. Holy freaking cow, right? So on Monday, the moon is in Aries. Starts off with Aries energy, and that's fire energy. Great energy to start the week off with, right? Because it's all about desire to start fresh, extra energy to get things done, short-term projects, both beginning and ending them. And then on Thursday, 420, that's the big day. It's the big bang, if you will. So starting off with the new moon. The new moon is a great time to cast spells, to start something new, new beginnings, new things, refresh your altar, clear space, burn incense, dream, right? And Pisces are great dreamers, right? Very deep, watery, dreamy energy. Then the solar eclipse, that signifies a shift towards new beginnings. And so I feel like for many of us, many of you, sorry, us as in water sign, because I'm a fellow water sign, but for much of the collective, there's been lots of endings. It's just the air, April energy in the air, but that creates new beginnings. So then we have the moon and the sun both in Taurus, also on the same day, and that's earth energy surrounding home, comfort, desire, and finances. And so that could play a huge factor in the energy of this overall week. And then Mercury retrograde starts and it's going to be lasting through May 14th. And that rules communication. So you may experience problems with technology, communication, transportation. Be careful with your words. Use discernment when it comes to what you hear. And then it also creates mass confusion, right? So just make sure that you're getting all the facts before you take any action, right? Also, you could have people coming back from your past. It's very circular energy. Basically, Mercury retrograde is about dealing with all of the things that you haven't dealt with in the past, and if you don't deal with it, it'll come back even harder. So if there's something that you didn't deal with in the past, this Mercury retrograde, it's coming back to slap you in the face. That's just how it is. So then Saturday we have the moon in Gemini, and that's air energy, thinking, learning, reading, travel, and new perspectives. And so by the end of this week, I feel like you'll have a new perspective on what this energy is really bringing to the table, okay? The song that I had on pre-shuffle for you, Pisces, was Talk to Me by Stevie Nicks, fellow witch. I can see we're thinking about the same things. Well, there's no sense in dancing around the subject. A wound gets worse when it's treated with neglect. You can talk to me. You can set your secrets free. I can see you running all the way back. Those are just some of the lyrics. I'm going to drop the song in the comments below so you guys can check it out and pick up on your own, intuitive messages. But what I'm feeling like is there's some of you Pisces out there that may be feeling a wedge in communication between you and someone, okay? And you're reaching out to this person saying, hey, you can talk to me. I can see that we're both thinking about the same things right now, but you're running backwards, and I want to help you move forward. You can talk to me. And I love the line, a wound gets worse when it's treated with neglect. Maybe some of you have been getting neglected. Well, let's get into it. I'm doing the spread a little bit differently this week. I don't have clarifiers. I'm just pulling straight tarot, 3 cards across, and then I've made room for a couple extra oracles this week. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to lay them all out first before I really get into the messages. So we're going to start with tarot. Also, it's getting a little dark. It gets dark. I mean, it's getting dark fast. I started in the sunlight today, and it was beautiful. I just moved into a new place, so I've been playing around with my setups. Indoor office and an outdoor office for my readings. I like being outside. Okay. So the energy going into this is the 6 of Cups. Cups are all about emotions and feelings. This is about balancing out those emotions and feelings with somebody. Loyalty, you've got an animal here. Somebody that you've grown old with, that you've maybe known for a long time. Because there's a sense of loyalty here, right? Let's get into it. Okay. Okay, these, I have to take them as I see them. These fell kind of upside down. So we have the 4 of Wands. This has to do with house, home, foundation, structure. And it's been turned upside down. So this is something in regards to that. This was in your past, recent past. Then we have the 2 of Wands. And this is talking about something from your past, lessons from your past. But it was in reverse. And I feel like somebody hasn't necessarily learned from those lessons from their past. Or potentially you're looking back, because in this card, the way it's depicted, and I'll put it closer here so you can see, even though she's looking back on the past, she's facing forward, because when it's upright, it's about using those lessons from the past in order to move forward. But this card was in reverse, so it's kind of like repeating a cycle. And didn't I just say that we're going into Mercury retrograde, and if you haven't learned, if there was something from your past that you did not deal with, it'll come back and slap you in the face. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. It's about dealing with what you need to deal with in order to move forward. So let's get one more for Pisces, please. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Ooh. I'm not going to take those. That's too many. I'm not taking 5 cards, and they were all up in reverse. What do we have for Pisces, please? 1 card. 1 card, please. Thank you. I knew this was going to come out. Okay. So, then we have the Hanged Man. This is putting yourself, kind of like putting yourself in a self-imposed timeout in order to look at something from a new perspective. It's so you can gain enlightenment, okay? See how she's got that sun as the blood rushes to her head? It's putting yourself, how do I want to say this? Stepping outside of the box, looking at something in a different way. I think by the end of the week, you're going to realize that you were looking at a situation from the past in a completely different, wrong way. Wrong is subjective. Maybe you were looking at it the way you needed to at the time, but now it's because this lesson is being learned. Like now you see the blessing in the lesson. Yeah, I feel good about that. Because underneath the deck we've got the Hermit. That's number 9. I was just saying, I think this was in Cancer. Cancer had a 9, had a couple 9s. 9s are all about endings, cycles, closing. I was just talking about, endings and beginnings. But the Hermit card is about going within and finding that inspiration in the darkness, that light in the darkness, finding your guiding light, your North Star, if you will. You can see, you've got somebody who climbed up all these stairs to get to the top of the cliff, and they're out overlooking in the dark, looking for that guiding light, that inspiration. Sorry, there's a glare. So it's somebody seeking spiritual enlightenment, seeking the messages, seeking the meaning. Just heard meaning of life. What's the meaning of this situation that happened? Some of you may be looking at that. Yeah. Okay. I said I was going to lay all these cards out first before I started talking about it, but here we go. What do we have for the angels and ancestors for Pisces, please, for their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity? I heard greed. I don't know where that came from. Some of you, there may have been a situation in the past where greed was involved, and now maybe somebody's understanding like that wasn't the way to go. Underneath the deck, we've got Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Could be talking to a shapeshifter. Somebody who has some hidden abilities. Maybe you've hidden them purposely. We'll read more into that. This is just the underlying energy, what you don't see coming. Top of the deck, we've got Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So I feel a lot of masculine energy with this card. Earth sign is Pentacles, and so it has to do with money, finances, stability. But this is talking about staying rooted and grounded so that you have a stable foundation. A lot of masculine energy here. Okay. We're going to read that in just a second. I'm going to sit on that. It is getting really dark now. I'm glad I pulled my light out. Still early evening, but it gets dark quickly out here. So, okay, I just heard something. I have to say it or else I wouldn't be a reader if I didn't. And I'm saying it because as it's getting darker outside, I heard dark magic, black magic. Some of you, because transform and unveil your gifts may work with magic, right? Because Stevie Nicks, that's what I'm thinking. She's, notorious for being a witch, right? All I'm saying is know the difference between light work and black magic. Magic and black magic, right? There is a difference. If you're using magic, make sure that you're using it for the greater good. Because the moment that you're not, that's when things turn evil. And that shape-shifting, that energy can turn toxic and evil. And that is karma. That will come back and bite you in the ass if it's not done correctly or with the correct intention. Understand that. Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got number 15, Gemini. I think 1 + 5 is 6. Sixes are about balance. I am outside. There's a car that has been driving by like all afternoon. It's the same car. Just waiting for it to keep driving. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So sixes are about balancing, and Gemini energy is okay, first of all, the Gemini is the twins, and it's like two-faced, dark and light. It's like the good and the bad, right? The smile and the frown. Trickster energy is what I was trying to say. Much like the Magician, it's like that type of energy. Okay, so then we've got Aries, number 13, I am. 1 + 3 is 4. 4 is all about stability. stability, foundation, structure, home. Like that's what that's about. We are, I want to say we're still in Aries right now, moving into Taurus. And in fact, I believe that will be happening at the end of this week as we're in Aries moving into Taurus. So, but you also could be dealing with an Aries. Aries is about I am. So we're going to read that. What do we have for the tea leaf fortune cards for, oh, okay. I'll take them both. That popped right out. Funny, I was like, what's the tea? And then we've got teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So then we have star, guaranteed success, archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. What else do we have for Pisces? Okay, thank you. I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. So this brings me back to the shapeshifter energy. Transform and unveil your gifts. I feel like there's some of you that I'm speaking to, Pisces, that have hidden intuitive gifts. I mean, yes, you're Pisces, like you're deep, like you're one of the deepest, most mystic of you know, the zodiac. And then underneath the deck, scissors, disappointment, and some affair. Okay. So you're going to have success in something, but you're also going to have disappointment in something. And that is the energy of Mercury retrograde. Not even joking. There's confusion. Good things, bad things happening. But it technically all balances out. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Use your third eye. Use your intuition. Your natural abilities. Trust your intuition. I'm going to read what this Earth Guardian is. Take time to connect deeply with the energy of the Earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. So it's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you are rushing ahead or making a decision based on your more fearful responses, you will miss out on the growth that you deserve. I said earlier, the lessons are the blessings, right? So make sure that you're making the right decision. Even if it hurts a little bit, you're doing it for a greater reason, okay? Then underneath the deck is the shapeshifter. So let's see what that's about. If I can find it. Is it in here? Okay. Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. In shamanic traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species, or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there's a wild animal you are particularly drawn to or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or journeying practice to go exploring in other worlds. So this is kind of like, why can't I think of it right now? Where you're able to, it's like when you're dreaming, be able to travel between different realms while, like in your sleep. I don't know why I can't think of it, because I've done it. I just can't think of the term right now. Anyway. So it says, when this card arrives, there's also an opportunity for you to tap into the power of your spirit animal. If you're seeing a particular animal regularly, it's because its medicine is coming to you. So if there's a particular animal that's been calling to you, maybe look up the spiritual definition of that, and that'll give you some better insight. So then we've got Aries, number 13, I am. 13 could be significant in some way. I guess I'm just a natural warrior, Camille Paglia. The Aries card says that it's okay to push now, just don't push too hard. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the energy of this card is that of a dynamic trailblazer. So it's interesting, first card of the zodiac, and also we're starting out the week in Aries, and it's that fiery energy, getting things done, pushing but not too hard, right? Working on the projects but not going crazy. So this represents the Ace of Wands. I saw that in your pre-shuffle too. The Ace of Wands talks about passionate new beginnings. Now we have a plane overhead. Sorry if you hear that. Helicopter. So it's a passionate new beginning, and passion could be towards a person or also towards like a passion project, right? So you might want to be starting something new, and what this is saying, the Aries card in brief is facing challenges that stir you into action, having headaches, being number one in the game, seeing everything as a competition, wanting to prove that you're the best, coming out on top. But it also means exploring uncharted territories, the vastness of nature, and the love of large or strong animals. So key ideas behind it: competition, zest, lust, speed, feeling stirred, being a leader, weapons, and sports. So it's warrior type of energy. And then number 15, I think this is the underlying energy, or what you don't see coming, Gemini. No one is free, even the birds are chained to the sky, quote by Bob Dylan. So communication is key. Be versatile and quick at this time. You must also be mindful because people are talking. Gemini is a charming sign full of whimsy and fun, and it is ruled by the planet Mercury. Makes sense, we're in Mercury retrograde. I was saying it earlier, it's that trickster energy, named after the Roman god of wit and winged thought. So this is the Lovers card. That's what the corresponding tarot card is the Lovers. And so you could be dealing with a situation with a lover or your lover. And the key ideas behind this card is paying attention, mindfulness, talking, writing, explanation, and versatility. Trying to explain yourself to someone. Why you did what you did. Why you felt the way you felt. Why you thought the way you thought. You know, and with the Aries energy, I feel like this is like very defensive. You're trying to defend yourself for something, but passionately, right? So, going back to, we're already at 23 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up here, but going back to the song, Stevie Nicks, Talk to Me, I feel like there's either you're reaching out to somebody saying talk to me, or somebody's reaching out to you saying talk to me about something, and you'll be defending yourself or wanting to passionately defend your stance on the reason that you took action on something, the reason that steps were made, the reason that you did things the way that you did them. Whether they were right or wrong, that lesson will come into play no matter what, because of the energy that we're in, the time that we're in with Mercury retrograde. But you're going to be putting yourself into this other mindset and realizing like, oh, so that's why that happened. I feel like this is like a resonating message that you guys had last week or the week before, but now it's really coming in clear, and that's what this hermit energy is. But you will be trusting your intuition more after this is said and done. I think that's guaranteed success with a new possibility, a new venture. Maybe even deepening a friendship with someone of the same sex, maybe after you defend yourself and explain why you took the actions that you took. Could bring in balance, bring in some type of understanding. But also be prepared, because there could be disappointment in some affair as well. So that is what I have for you this week, Pisces. If any of this resonates, please drop a comment below. Let me know. But as you know, it is Together We Grow. So like, share, subscribe. Feel free to drop a tip or a donation to help the channel grow if you feel so moved to do so. Blessings in advance, of course. And yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope that you have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the flip side. Happy 420. You guys enjoy and celebrate. Peace.